Welcome to 5 Facts Friday. Today we're going to talk about 5 fun facts. Are you ready for these 5 fun facts? Fingertips. Fingertips, they are very, very sensitive. Ouch. I just hurt my fingertip. If your fingertips were they could tell the difference between a one-story house that was on top of it and a car that was also on top of the same thing. That's very remarkable. Facebook, social media. Yeah, I'm crazy with social media. YouTube, but Facebook. Do you like my face? Blah, blah, blah. Well, Facebook, hey, it could be considered its own country. Not as good as my good old childhood England, but it could be considered. And if it was considered a country, it has over 2 billion people in its population. That's more than the United States, China, and Brazil combined. The next fun fact is, do you ever go flying to on an airplane across the Pacific, the Atlantic, or to another country, or to another state, or to another even city? Well, back in the days, and sometimes still on some certain planes, not in what I've heard in most of your regular economy class United States airplanes, as far as economy seating, they used to serve food. Now they serve peanuts. Well, that food sometimes tasted good, other times you were like, yucky, blah. It wasn't all that great. It wasn't supposed to be all that great. You know why? Because when you're in the airplane, your senses of smell go down 20 to 50%. That way is another reason the food tastes not as good. So maybe if you do go on an airline in the first class or another airline in another country that serves food, if you can save it, try to eat it on the ground. Maybe it will actually taste better. The next clue, or next fact, I should say, is the full name of Oz, from the Wizard of Oz. You remember him with Dorothy, Toto, the Tin Man, the Lion, the Scarecrow, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Good Egypt, and the Good Witch? Well, I'm glad his name was shortened to Oz, cause I would hate to see him I would hate to see his birth certificate, or him to actually write his full legal name, or even type it on computer. Because his full actual name is Oscar Zoroaster Phaedre Isaac Norman Hinkle Emmanuel Ambrose Diggs. That's a long name. Aren't you glad he changed it to Oz instead? And the next and last fact is a multitude of facts that I put together that I think you will enjoy. Goats. Did you know that goats are the only animals in this world that actually have a rectangular pupil? Yes, look at those little garbage-eating critters. If you ever get a chance to see one or two. You know those animals that wear tuxedo? Do you know who they are? In the Arctic or in your zoos? Yes, they are the penguin. Do you believe that there's an actual type of penguin at one time that actually might be taller than you? Yes, that penguin was 6 feet tall at one time. Wow, that's a belly flopper or a good groom. All you women these days, you stick your little feet or your big feet, whatever size foot you have. You might want to say feet. Of course, they're usually littler than our mom's feet most of the time. But you all want to squeeze your feet in those tight-fitting but nice and classy things that hurt your feet and sometimes you stumble, called high heels. Do you really know where they actually came from? Would you believe that a man was the one who actually invented and wore them at first? Yes, men actually wore those first before women even did. Not the type maybe you necessarily wear, but they wore high heels. Why did they wear high heels? And who were they? They were butchers. They wore high heels so that they would not get their feet soaked in blood on the ground. Do you want to become rich? I hear over in America and over in many countries. What is a girl's best friend? Diamonds, of course. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Of course, when we think of diamonds, we think of wedding rings, Africa, because that was where a lot of the diamonds are mined at. But if you want to go and wait to 250,000 years from now, maybe you can travel to Saturn or Jupiter. Why do I say this? Because in those planets, it actually rains diamonds. So, if you can preserve your body, carbon freeze, or cryogenics like supposedly Walt Disney did, or other, and want to live that life, or like good old the Avenger Captain America. So that fires, so that ballparks, so that all kinds of arenas on a stick. What is it called? It is called, of course, cotton candy. And guess who created it? I'm not going to mention the name, but guess who created it? Can you believe a dentist? Yes, a dentist created that sticky, sugary stuff. I think he's trying to keep his job, don't you? I think he was losing business in the dentist field, so that's why he created cotton candy. All of you people, yeah, like karate or other forms of martial arts. Well, all of you who are karate enthusiasts enrolled in classes want to get to be a black belt. Well, guess what? I have a black belt, and guess where I got it from? One of the stores in my country. So I guess I have a black belt already. So I guess you could say I'm ahead of you already. But for those of you who like karate, the word karate, black belt in Japanese, actually means first step. Can you believe it? So I guess a baby could achieve a black belt. Because it's the first step in mastery of karate. And the last fact I'm going to give you is there are many look-alike contests. Most of you know the look-alike contest to be of the famous United States pop singer Elvis Presley. But there is also contests of other people, actors, a silent film actor back in the days, and a singer/actor. His name was Charlie Chaplin. And her name was Dolly Parton. And guess what? They entered a look-alike contest for themselves. And guess what? They actually lost. And that is your last 5 facts for Friday. Thank you for enjoying this. Next month we will have a special guest, and in September we will have a special guest from my country. You will see them. So be prepared for that. You never know when they will show up. Because they are invited, but you never know when they will show up. So stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe to Wise, Wacky, and Witty Will. And thank you. And have a good